that in the first half we should have scored more goals, but that we were good until the final third. Decision making there in the pass, but for sure in our runs also. So there you saw that we played with some players who played less minutes the last months or never at this level, and the coordination between players. That way, if somebody's in one position, then somebody needs to run somewhere else. So we took attention to that at halftime, showing that, and the second half was much better, and we created more clearer chances and clearer goals also. About attitude of the team, I think it was all game good with everybody. Not only the hunger and desire to score goals, but also to win balls again and to win the duels and not to give away chances. So it's a positive afternoon, a good result. I always want more. I would have loved to have more goals than 5, but the team did everything to do the best game that they can play.
Cyril's obviously not had as much game time as he had previously, but you're pleased for him to come in today, start and score a hat-trick?
Of course, because this shows what I've been saying all the time that I'm here. Cyril is a really great character to have in the dressing room, in the team. Always works hard. Of course, he's not happy if he can not get more minutes like he had in the past to play that many minutes. But that's football at the highest level. It's competition. But he kept on working. He kept on fighting. That's why he's ready also to play these games and to score a hat trick. Then, so that's what you want to see.
Phil, you were asked last week about younger players getting more of a chance in your team. How do you think they equipped themselves today? I thought Finlay Curtis in particular looked really confident when he came on. Fantastic pass for Ross McCausland's goal.
Yeah, two really good passes from Finlay. So yeah, indeed he's one of the guys who's developing really well. The last couple of months, who trained also a lot of times with us. But there are others also, so it's difficult for me to point out one. Zach is coming back out of a long injury. Bailey Rice is doing really good things in training. That's why I wanted to give him also minutes. But there are also guys like Paul Nsio, who is not in the squad today, who's making a good evolution. So it's about all of them to keep on working hard, to be hungry, to have the desire to become better, and then to push the others and to make next steps. Like Clinton, for example, is doing now and challenging for positions with other players. So that's what we need, and that's also what this club needs, to develop young players who can play at the best level, and that's winning every game. So there is the big gap to make between academy and playing first team football here, because it's not only first team football, it's about the demand of every game to win it also. So it's also a mentality thing, it's a character thing. And Finlay scored indeed good points today.
Phil, what's the plan for these young players, Phil? Because obviously the B team situation, what is the plan for the younger players here?
That they will keep on playing games like they've been doing the last couple of months also. Playing games, training with us, and guys who get who deserve the chance to be with the first team, and with other players. There have been several players who've been gone on loan to get more playing time, like Cole McKinnon, who was already several years in the first team squad or around, like Robbie Fraser also, that they can get every week the minutes. The guys who are still here are more the guys who need this experience with sometimes playing, in parts playing, and training also more with the first team. So it's a little bit in between.
You said before you weren't quite enthusiastic about sending young players out on loan because you don't have the control of them day and day. Has there been a change of thinking in that front?
No, I said that the ideal situation is that, like in a lot of countries, I spoke about that, Holland, Belgium, Spain, they have their second team playing in a second league or third league. That should be much better for Scottish football, if that could happen. Other thing that was for me surprising yesterday when I hear that for the Scottish Cup, there's one spot less on the bench than last season. So otherwise I would have had one young player more on the bench. So I don't know why this rule is changed. I don't think it benefits the young players in Scottish football. Also something to think about. But it's a better situation if you can let them play every week and you have total control of the story with your own coach manager there, your own team, performance team for all the physical work and everything. So that's the ideal situation. But it's not possible here, so we need to find other solution, and then it becomes more an individual story. What does every player need at this moment in time?
There was an interview in the Netherlands in midweek where Cyril said that if you couldn't play, then you'd have to have a discussion with you. Has you done that yet?
We have discussions every day. No, not every day. That's not true, but at least every week, or yeah, we talk all the time. So that's it. I think Cyril shows that he has desire to do everything for this club, and of course he wants to play every game. It's then showing that you're the best. That's working at Rangers. He knows that also really well. So that's the situation for him.
One last one.
Was a big game this week on Thursday night. I mean, do you go down to Old Trafford with feeling no pressure? Does it feel like obviously you're close to securing place in?
Yeah, I want pressure. To be very clear, I want pressure. I want pressure on the team. I want my team to be ambitious, and if we are somewhere, that we have higher ambitions to make it better. So that's what we're going to do. The team has worked really hard to be in a good position in this Europa League. They did really well in this Europa League. We know what Manchester United is. We know their level. But we're going to go there to fight and to show ourselves and to do something really special. That's our ambition, to go there and to do something special.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Last one.
Last one, what about
Last one.
Very last one.
Thank you, Phil. Just about Dessers, do you hope that it's here beyond this window? He's talking about his future and potentially having to go somewhere else to play. Do you hope that he stays here? Do you see him as a big part of your plans still?
It's a difficult question, that one. If Cyril goes, you need to replace him. And it needs to be at least the same quality. If a player stays and he plays less and he becomes, because of that, unhappy and it goes down his level, what I don't fear with him, it's also not good for the club. So we will see in the next 2 weeks what happens. I know if he's here, he will give everything for the club. And if he leaves, he needs to be replaced by somebody at least from the same quality.
Connor, what's your assessment of today's victory?
I thought it was a professional performance from the boys. We went about working the right way, which is a given, should happen. So yeah, we're obviously a little bit disappointed at what sniffs they had, but I mean that's cup football, sometimes it happens, but we're pleased to be through to the next round. We've done our job.
Do you know many of the boys up there? Was there a few familiar faces for you?
Yeah, there's been a few that I've played with in the past that have been through the youth academy and stuff. So yeah, a few familiar faces and know a lot of them, so nice to see them at the end.
In terms of this week going to Old Trafford, I mean, obviously the deal being suspended is a big opportunity for yourself to come in and play. I mean, what would going to an environment like that mean for you?
Yeah, obviously every game's a massive game for this club. And Thursday's another one, so yeah, you look forward to it. The team's not picked yet, so everyone will be in training at the best, so that's what you've got to do and look forward to Thursday.
How much belief do you guys have, Connor? Because you're not in the best of form just now. Do you really feel as if you can go there and upset them?
Obviously they're top side, and yeah, we're positive. We look forward to the game, and we've got to go and do a job on Thursday, and hopefully we can go and do it.
What is it about the Europa League style that seems to suit this team a wee bit more than perhaps some of the domestic games do?
Sorry?
What is it about the Europa League that seems to bring out the best in this team that seems to suit you a bit better than perhaps some of the Premiership games?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. We've done well in Europe, and we need to start getting our run going in the league as well, which we've done over the past few weeks. So yeah, it's just about taking each game as it comes and making sure we're fully prepared, and yeah, we'll do that.
The way the team's performed in the Europa League over several seasons, not just this season, does that mean that there's no fear going into that type of game on Thursday?
Yeah, there shouldn't be a fear going into any game. You've got a job to do as a professional football player to go out there and play the best you can, play for the jersey, and that's what we're going to do on Thursday.
You almost get a relish the opportunity to go there. A huge night for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. It's one you dream of as a kid. Just like you do pulling on the shirt, and yeah, as I say, it's another game, so yeah, we look forward to it, and yeah.
kind of big day today for Cyril, Connor, and obviously he's kind of not sure what his future lies. Would you love to see him stay there and score more goals for this club?
Cyril's been brilliant, and again today he gets a bit of confidence. He's got his 3 goals and assists, so all the boys are buzzing for him, and you know how good a player Cyril is, and it's great to see him.
You've obviously been playing regularly yourself through the season, but find yourself out of the team a wee bit. What sort of challenge do you have to do in order to get your head into a deal? Nico have been playing ahead of you.
Yeah, no, it shows the competitiveness in the squad. It's great to see. And yeah, it's football. Sometimes you're in, sometimes you're out, and you've just got to deal with it. And as I say, you've got a job to do as a Rangers player. You've got to be on it every day. So you train even harder. You've got that extra desire, and it's brilliant to have that within the group. That's what you need, and that's how you're going to become a top side.
Obviously, there was your tribunal fee you get set a few weeks ago. Is that something you pay any attention to? Is it something that you feel extra pressure, having seen the sort of amount of money that's been bandied about?
No, not at all. It's not. It's done above me. I just concentrate on what I've got to do day to day, and that's my job.
Connor, when the changes came in the second half for some of the younger guys coming on, especially in midfield, Bailey Rice, do you feel an added kind of pressure to maybe help them through the game? Do you obviously kind of really more first game experience, especially previous to Aberdeen, these younger guys coming in? Do you feel you can step up and be a leader for them?
Yeah, definitely. It's brilliant to see the young boys getting their opportunity on the pitch, and they're taking it today as well. Bailey Rice and Finlay as well, thought he was brilliant. Is that lovely? So all of them came in. So no, it was good to see. And yeah, as I've said before in previous interviews, I like to be a leader on the pitch. I like to do my best I can, and whether that's putting an arm around their shoulder or making sure they're doing things properly, that's just what you've got to do.
So see when you kind of come out of the team, when we started the season, is it the reaction you show and kind of when you get the opportunity, kind of showing the manager what he's missing when you're not there?
Yeah, I think the manager knows what you can do. You've just got to keep doing what you're good at, and don't forget that. I think that's a massive thing. When any player comes out of the team, sometimes they forget what they're good at and get lost in it, but it's all to do with your mentality and making sure that you do things properly day in and day out.
So were you sort of kicking yourself when you had that chance when you're playing through?
I didn't expect it to come. I was like, oh no, okay. My legs felt like it was gone before it even. But I was actually away celebrating. Exactly, you see, but once I went past the post, you see my knee sliding. But I thought it was in, but it thought off keeper groin. I thought it was through his legs. His groin's put a well, but in the corner. Well, it should have been a corner, but it's not hard for corners, is it?
Is that the chance you've been sort of dreaming of coming here?
That's it. You think you're only going to get one chance a day anyway, and you just obviously take it. Obviously, I think it was just for half time now, so I unfortunately didn't go in, but I should have got a corner.
You've scored obviously 13 goals for the club like that. If that had gone in, what would it have meant to you?
I would have topped the Pataudry goal last year that I scored, but this would have been bigger because it was Scottish Cup, and the amount of fans was at Ibrox today for a club our size in the Hen League to play in front of that. It was surreal, Ken. But I don't think it's got me yet. I think it just the boys did good though. The boys did the town proud. The amount of fans was there, so couldn't ask for any more.
Conor Barron was saying that he'd played with a few of your colleagues in his career. We've been through academies and systems. Obviously, they've got a good footballing background. You're quite happy the count you gave yourselves today, because the 5-0 was 5-0, but they were fairly late on.
That was it. Like, to be only 1-0 at half time, being at Ibrox, and we'd probably take that before the game started. But I think tired legs got better us by the end of the game. But I was respectful. Okay, we did ourselves proud. They're a full-time team, they're part-time. A lot of the lads do a lot of fitness off. Only train twice a week, but a lot of lads do a lot of fitness off. But it's not the same. It's not the same. But no, we did the town proud. The amount of fans that came, couldn't ask for any more.
And in terms of your football journey and your colleagues, is today a real highlight?
It's a dream. I'm not a Rangers fan, but it's a dream for myself. And there's 2 Rangers fans on my team. Really imagine it's feeling for them again. But you see the amount of fans that came down. It's just crazy. The amount of photos and the media this week and that. It was surreal. I don't think it'll hit everybody until after the day and that.
Did you see your family at the end?
I did. I had to give. I didn't get my shirt I knew because I had to give it to my son then. So yeah, I was emotional seeing him in that air. So it was good. A lot of drunk people as well. I'll be me tonight, but it was great, really good.
Were both your sons down?
Jersey?
player behind you got it. I got tabs.
Of course, I got them out, yeah.
I got tabs because I was close to Stabby all game, so I got to stop. So it's, a lot of Rangers players gave a lot of team tops. It was good. It was very respectful. The whole day before the game as well. So.
Late goals at the end, but you must be proud of what your players gave you today.
Proud is an understatement. We're always going to come here and try and sit in and try and get that chance. And it worked. I think first half we rode our luck maybe a couple of times. I think Desser's a chance in the first couple of minutes, but our shape was good. I knew that if anything we're going to have to nick one early enough in the second half, and I think the 2 goals at the start of the second half killed us. And then we changed our shape to try and go a bit more adventurous, and we got picked off late on by a couple of late goals. But until you realise what you're up against and the occasion, these players were immense. I mean, to go from, we haven't played in a while. I think we haven't played this calendar year. It's our first game. So come to Ibrox and lose 5-0 and put in that performance, they were unbelievable. But always are.
How did you find just the occasion as a whole? You look at the support you had.
I said before the game kicked off when I spoke to the players, I've managed to keep a lid on it and emotions have been fine. Because if I lose it, then the players will feed off that. So I've been good up till it, but walking out, and even an empty stadium, walking out onto the pitch, hearing murmurings of how many are going to turn up, and the occasion just hits you. And I can't prepare players for that. It's something that they have to experience. And I think first 5-10 minutes we looked edgy. I think it took us 5-10 minutes to get to grips, and then we're okay after that. But we've been treated unbelievable by this club. Unbelievable the way the players have been looked after by the Rangers players and everybody here. It's been an unbelievable occasion, and would it be asking for too much if we get it again next year?
To sum up what this means for your football club overall, there's obviously you talk about the numbers that turned up today. I think the official attendance is over 36,000. What does that mean financially?
See the pound signs in your eyes.
What does that mean for you? Is it something that you would? Well, that was going to be my next question. But is that something that would benefit you at management level for for next year?
I think we're a different club. We're a different club to most. You've seen that by the young kids that we put on at the end. We're heavily invested in our youth system, and even if I did want to go and sign players for X amount, but it wouldn't have been the club's ethos to do it. So I would be told pretty firmly that we might sign 1 or 2, but we've got a policy in place which allows them. And to be fair, there's a lot of youngsters that were part of the squad, weren't part of the squad, and are coming through, which will have great careers at my level or possibly higher. They've got that ability. So in terms of the bit I'll ask the directors how much it means, but as you're coming along to these games, I think Rangers' form wasn't too great up until last weekend, and you hear murmurings of how there's going to be and then they're loyal fans, you have to give them that. And I think the one end stopped singing the whole game, even against a team like us. It was brilliant, and we'll have the calculator ready, I'm sure, at some stage. But financially great, but I think memories and being here as a group of players, management, that'll be probably more important to us than finance.
Can you talk us through your emotions when you seen Scott going through and having that big chance just before half time?
I think normally he puts them away, and it's probably a lot of weight on his shoulders to do it. We knew we wouldn't get that much chances, but for him probably it's more important scoring at Ibrox. For me, he's X amount of goals that are more important than that. And I think we as a club probably wouldn't be in a situation to play Rangers if it wasn't for players like him and others. So we played Falkirk a few years back when I was first in the job, and they were riding high in the championship at the time, and we went 1-0 down, but we scored an equaliser. And that feeling of going 1-1 with Falkirk with 20 minutes to play was probably one of the best I've had in football. So had Scott managed to put that one in, probably would have topped it. Because you start believing we're going to get something here. And at that time of the Falkirk game, Lee Miller took 5 minutes to make it 4-1 with a hat-trick, so that squashed any dreams. But no, I think you don't get much moments like it. It would have been great for us to score, never mind Scott, just for us to score, but don't take it away from the players. Their experience has been one of joy, I'm sure, regardless of the scoreline.
For you, Mark, in terms of your time at the club as a sort of one-off game, where does this rank?
You know me well enough. I don't like losing, so I'm not going to say it's a top. But like I say, I'm pretty good at keeping my emotions in check. I don't get too high when we're winning. I don't get too low when we're losing. But like I say, walking out into Ibrox, because I always come out before the team just to try and leave them in the changing room. But it did hit me, and it took me 5 minutes to calm myself down a wee bit and then get into the game. But then it takes over and you do it. But it's up there. I would rather have won, but it's up there.
In terms of yourself and your staff, as a coaching challenge, you're thinking they're going to waste time, they're going to kill the game somehow, but you didn't really play like that. I mean, what was the conversations you were having with your coaching staff and your senior players before today?
I think we played with 2 strikers. Okay, they were very deep, but not many teams will come here and play with 2 strikers, so we wanted to do that to create, because we're going to get a chance. We probably needed at least 2 up there to break. And we've worked a lot on shape. We've worked a lot on shape to try and limit spaces, and I think we did that first half, and it wasn't until maybe the 2 goals at the start of the second half killed it, but then we went 4 at the back, it kind of opened up a wee bit. But it's difficult. We only train twice a week. Like I said, we haven't played this year. Even before that, we haven't played that much games to give us a run of minutes in the legs. So it was difficult to get up to speed. But I'm just overfilled with joy just now with the pride and what I've got for these players. Because to a man, even at the end, I think Big Brian there was tiring, Ross was tiring, and they still gave me, the club, and the 1,800 or so fans that followed us, gave them something, and I think they can be proud of their own efforts for that.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, Mark. Thanks, mate.